Okay, so for YouTube, hello Rebel, welcome to the quarterfinals. I put round of 8 in the title because I'm an idiot, but it's actually the quarterfinals of Season 5. We have Pete and his Art of the Waaagh representing G-Man, and he's pretty much the last G-Man representative in the tournament as well. And we have Luminous Light and the Pastry Pests, who are Skaven, of course, representing the ReBBL. And there's plenty of ReBBL, so we can afford to lose Lumi, but don't tell him I said that. Now, I am, of course, Full Metal. I'm joined by my wonderful friend Gerber, who's co-casting.
Hello.
And we may even find out if we're very lucky where Gerber's from, if you stick around to the end of the cast, I'm sure. He might tell you. Because I saw that debate. We'll be starting in 3, 2, 1. And we've got a Blizzard, Gerbs. What are we thinking about the Blizzard? Are we thinking that favours the Orcs or the Skaven?
Definitely favor the Skaven because like even with the two GFIs, a gutter runner is faster than an orc blitzer. So to have any chance of reaching those gutter runners, you are going to do some GFI, but now you can't.
Yeah, either that or you're going to pray that Luminous mispositions his gutter runners, which is frankly not something he's famous for. I also quite like Luminous allowing the start as well, because that gives him a couple of that gives him 2 kickoffs before he needs to 1 turn as well. So, you know, it's gonna be good. I think are we gonna see him score fast again? Because we saw him last time he played. He scored very fast to get the when he was playing Sandoon. Or are we gonna see a much more controlled game? Do we think?
I think he's not going to give the orcs a chance to do the boring 2-1 grind, unless he's really confident in the 1-turn skill, because there are two stand firm players around. So if they survive, you probably don't 1-turn.
Yeah,
even
2
if you
stand
try your
firm.
best.
Well, no, the thing is, he doesn't need pushes. As long as the Blizzard stops, you've got to remember that. Luminous has this monstrosity over here on the bench, Nivolian, who doesn't need pushes, man. He doesn't care.
Yeah, but
I mean, he's not going to want to play that game in the Blizzard, certainly. But
yeah.
You know, if the Blizzard stops, he'd be more than happy to just go sprinting off the line down the side.
With the Blizzard, it's a pretty difficult shutdown. Just 3 blasters are insane.
With a reroller, it's not too bad. It's not the best chance, but it's not the worst chance either. You know, we've got to believe that if Lumi needs to do it, he'll do it. Is the thing, yeah.
Yeah, but you don't go on turn 1 when this is your plan.
No, that's not a turn 1 player. But yeah, it's interesting to see he's already lining up to try and get a hit on the Wolfie there with his strength 4 sprinkled halver. So I'm assuming we're going to see some attempt to trim the guard down to size. He may also, even if he works this flank a little bit, get an early shot against Waaagh, which is one of the stand firm players.
I really like this setup from Pete because you pretty much force the Skaven to not take the LOS blocks because you have guard and they don't.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult for Luminous to get any hits here. That's very certainly true. However, I have to give a special note to the Orc conga line in the middle. That's an interesting setup that I don't think I've ever seen before from Orcs.
They are safe, and it's a good combination of 2 setups, like the conga line, which is a silly setup with the blocking all sorts of LOS blocks. Usually you have 2 guys at the wings as well, to make sure that without guard or strength, they can't even blitz for 2 dice. But you cannot do it right now because they do have strength 4, and you are kind out of position when you do it.
Yeah, and the guard on either side of the killer is going to shut down any attempts at take an early shot at the killer. Oh, the weather has changed to nice. So, suddenly 1-turn touchdowns are looking a little more positive. One thing I didn't check quickly, Art of the Waaagh has a record number of fans turning up with the 11 out of 12. Pastry Pests only getting the 3. That could hurt.
It's probably going to hurt if we see events like Pitch Invasion.
Oh dear me, that's a terrible start. Wow. I can't imagine. Sorry.
I like targeting the Black Orc, but that's not the dice you want to see.
Well, you can't blame Lumi for that. To be fair, that's not his fault.
Well, You just need to get good and roll good dice.
Yeah, be better, Luminous. Stop rolling skulls. Skulls and pushes. But no, that's... Burning a reroll on the first action of the first turn, that always feels a little bit bad. I mean, Luminous, as Trunkhead likes to refer to him, Luminous is a robot. Luminous isn't going to be bothered overly by using a reroll there. He's going to be pretty... he's going to find it pretty easy to protect his players. But it's still going to play into your mind a little bit that you're already a reroll down before you've even really got winding up.
The big question right now is what is he going to do with the strength 4 Storm Vermin, which is on a Black Orc?
He's gonna one dice. There's no two ways he doesn't one dice that hit, because the chance at a knockdown, it's only a 50. It's a 2 out of 6, 1 out of 3 chance. That's not too bad.
Yeah, but like rolling a skull means you get gang fouled every time.
Yeah, it does, but I still think he's gonna take it because it's a 5 out of 6 to not roll a skull,
And it's 1 out of 6 to maybe lose.
He needs damage, though. He can't just sit there and get hit for free. That's almost as bad.
Yeah, like, it is show that, like, that was a risk he took with the setup, and I'm not sure if I like it, and that's going to hurt.
Oh, my word. Lumi, please. Wow. That's 3 skulls and 2 pushes and 5 block dice. That's...
And the stun.
And a stun as well, yeah. He doesn't even need to foul him this turn. He can clear out the players around him, get some muscle in there, and then foul him next turn.
Yeah. Like,
and to be honest, knowing Pete, I think we might see that.
Yeah, he probably will foul next turn, but I expect a foul unless he really fears from the Claw Mighty Blow, like forcing him to play with less than 11. Because going down men's against Caven really sucks.
Yeah, it really sucks. I don't know. I think that's a very unfortunate start. Hopefully, the dice start to look a little more even.
Like, the good thing with playing Skaven is that even with a start like this, you pretty much need 2 turns to score a touchdown safely, unless the opponent positions really well and already removed a couple of your players.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if it looks like there's going to be a bad foul coming, he can always, if he survives the first foul, he can reset so he doesn't get a second foul. Just by scoring. And that's always an option, is to, if the pitch state doesn't look good for your team, just score. Reset the setup, try again.
I would like to see Luminous try to score on turn 8 because there is no Orc 1 turner.
Yeah, but you can always score on turn 8 after you take the ball off them. Wow, that's not even an armor break. So is he going to pile on? He'd be kind of exposed. I'm assuming he may and then move more players into the gap, but
he can't really because like the Line Rat and the Storm Vermin, if the Blitzer stays there, pretty much create a wall, so you can only put people next to him, not go through the gap without dodging.
I was almost expecting Vasquez to kind of go big manly orc play and run right at Vicious Nilla here, to be honest. Just to tie him up on a player that's got block and his strength 4, wouldn't necessarily hate that, rather than giving him an open opportunity to blitz into Von Miller. And there we go. Yeah, there we go. He's piling up the bodies in there to try and minimise the chances of taking a block. This is actually going to make it really difficult for Luminous to get a good hit. Although I wouldn't hate seeing him attempt a 3+ dodge out to run around and smash Von Miller in the teeth. But that would be like the last action hero of the turn.
Well, like, right now, hitting the lineman isn't too tough, and after that you can like blitz the Black Orc to protect your killer.
Or, if he doesn't commit more to the side, he can move all of his players down the way. He can move his players around a bit and then just dodge out and punch Von Miller in the face. And that could change the game. If he gets an injury on Von Miller with that player, it could be phenomenal for him. So that might be a risk worth taking.
Even if you get a KO after a pile on, you are going to get 5 assist foul, and it's going to hurt.
I'm not saying it's the best strategy, but I'm saying it's a strategy that could work. It's going to be less likely to now that he's brought this guard player up. So even he saw the opportunity.
Still like a dodge and a single GFI.
Yeah, because
Oh, now
now it's not.
I don't hate disengaging the flop on there.
I kind of feel like he kind of needs to get out of there now, to be honest. Vicious Nilla's in a really bad spot. There's a lot of bodied up orcs right now, and he kind of needs that strength to hopefully clear some out of it. I don't like the pitch state for Luminous at all at the moment.
Well, the thing is Skaven, like, they don't need the pitch to score. They need like one gutter runner in range.
Oh, absolutely, but it's more a case of how many rats you've got left on the pitch whilst getting in the business of scoring. That's the problem. Because Pete
Like,
has a lot of blocks coming in next turn, and a fair few of them have Mighty Blow.
actually, Pete's team kinda lack Mighty Blow. They have only 3 Mighty Blow. So, like, 2 Mighty Blow hits and a pylon hit, which is good.
That's
but
2
not,
rerolls in 2 turns.
You never like wasting rerolls.
At this point, is it really wasting them? Because he kind of had the ball wide open if he didn't do that.
Yeah, but like, you kind of prefer to avoid taking those risks if you can.
2 dice block, not that risky. It's certainly less risky than a 3 dice dodge out, right?
Yeah, but like, I would have probably tried to make it my ball safe and avoid like needing to reroll that.
Oh, I don't disagree. I'm just suggesting that ultimately, given the ball situation, there we go. I think there's a Vicious Nilla blitz coming in on this. Oh, and he goes down. There's so many rats down because Luminous won't stop rolling bad dice. It's significantly bad dice.
Yeah, it's a bad start for the rats, but like, they are rats. I'm expecting some bullshit into rats still scoring pretty safely, and because no injury and KO yet, they will probably be able to recover next half.
I like moving Waaagh up to Meringue here because he has got the Juggernaut for the wrestle. Oh, he's jumping right on that one. He's not even worried about getting fouled anymore. He's just trying to do the damage. And he only gets a stun. That's not terrible.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. Like,
well, he certainly shrugged off one of the Mighty Blow hits. He's got a second one coming in here as well, which he's going to take. And then he's going to start wondering where he's going to blitz, I'm assuming with Ward from there.
yeah,
I like that he's as well just chasing good old Vicious Nilla around the pitch with Taylor, with one of his Black Orcs is forever running after Vicious Nilla.
like, because the rats have no guard and only 3 gutter runners on the field, because one gutter runner is on the sideline because he's wandering, and one is holding the ball. Like, the orcs, the Skaven cannot assist as well as they would like to support the killer.
No, absolutely. It's going to be very difficult. I would expect to see Pete try and pull back this this thrower. Or maybe he's going to swing Wolf back, as that's why I used the rookie Black Orc. He's going to swing Wolf back to sweep. Because if... Whoa, hang on, he's gone deep. Because I was going to say, if we're not careful, we can see the ball getting handed straight off to Votti and then ran away. Because he doesn't care about being in the tackle zone.
Like, I think that Pete is saying that he's okay with a quick touchdown. He would prefer that you, like, fail the catch. But if you are going to score, at least score quickly enough so I will be able to score myself.
Anderson coming through with the power. He actually has tackle, which I like, pushing the ball on the player onto him for another 2 dice block there. That's really good to try and get in. And Votti is a bit of a threat for considering he's a Skaven thrower. He's actually quite a good Skaven thrower.
Taking the leader out is really good before the second half begins, especially with overtime format where you keep your rerolls. like going into the second half with 2 rerolls is not the greatest, especially if it manages to make it 1-1 at the end of the
I
half.
think we're going to see Vicious Nilla get fouled here.
Of course. Like,
That's a +2 assist with Dirty Player. I don't necessarily like fouling him from there, though, because if this doesn't go through, he's got an easy 3... Well, not an easy, but he's got a 3+ dodge out of the way. Whereas if he'd have marked him from the other side, down the bottom, opposite Taylor, on the other corner, he would have had to have done a 4+ dodge out.
I'm not sure about this position. Probably trying to get like a bit more pressure on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, if you look at it right now, technically, the ball can be somewhat safe if you move gutter runners to stop Ward.
Well, what he can actually do here as well is he can blitz Wolf with his... And he's just done it. Sprinkled Halva. Because that Black Orc, he's... You know, did he forget Sprinkled Halva was strength 4? Because that... Yeah, the guard's not enough when you've got an assist yourself, you know?
Yeah. Like, I'm expecting the Skaven to do a break now, and it's going to be a bit tough for the Orcs to actually stop it.
I would expect Choco to come down and hand off to Meringue and get Meringue out of dodge, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the play, and you like lock the thrower, which is the only scary player left for your gutter runners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he can easily shield this off, I think, and that's probably what he's going to do. And then I expect to see his very next action be dodging Vicious Nilla out of the way, because he's not in a good place lying on the floor like that. There's the handoff. 2+, no problems. The other thing as well to know, if he does keep his leader for the entire game, because of the leader bug with overtime, that's an extra reroll he gets for overtime format.
Yeah, it's like those tiny bugs matter a lot. Like, another bug that might happen in this matchup is that Juggernaut should only work on blitzes, but it does cancel wrestle on normal blocks as well, which might matter and might not.
Yeah, there's a possibility that can change. That could end up changing the state of the game a little bit. I would expect the next action we see is probably a Vicious Nilla dodge here.
I would first of all like screen the blitzer with Frenzy for marking the ball, but then probably do a vicious Miller dodge.
Yeah, he could bring KVK out. Just even back one step would probably be enough to give him some breathing room. And make it harder for Ware to try and make a dodge through.
Like, alternatively, you can just, like, bring him around and make sure that there is no dodge from the rest alignment. Because right now we can dodge 2 GFIs for 2 dice on the ball.
He can. I don't think I'd like the odds if I was him, but yeah, he certainly can. I would potentially even come down and just try your luck with 3+. Vicious Nilla come down. Try and get Hamstash out, mark up Von Miller III and go for a cheeky foul. Oh no, he's down. He's not going to reroll that.
Like, I would be surprised if Pete doesn't try the blitz on the ball. Because, like, with wrestle, it's not even that bad.
Well, what he can even do is he can provide assists to actually allow Anderson to punch away Halva, and then he's only kind of... Oh, he's still got a dodge there, yeah, unfortunately, so...
Like, the thing is, if the ball drops with a lucky scatter, he might be able to even get a tackle zone or 2 on it, which can stop the Orcs.
Meringue doesn't care too much about a single tackle zone, let's be totally honest.
Yeah, but, like, he's getting blocked as well. You don't know if he will even survive the block.
Yeah, with Rog... And the other guy's only got wrestle. It's entirely possible he'll walk out of that one alright. I'm not going to say definite. I'm not going to say anything for definite, because in Blood Bowl, we don't rely on definites. You know, there are none.
I think, like, the main plan for Pete right now is just forcing the Skaven to score this turn.
Yeah, I think the best Lumi can do if the Orcs start applying pressure is maybe last one more turn.
Even that is going to be tough because, like, how you defend? You have 2 gutter runners around the ball.
Yeah, well, the Orcs are pretty far away. Oh, God, well, there's this guy. There's this guy, let's face it.
Yeah, and he has tackle, form.
I actually forgot he had jump up, so he's got a lot closer to the ball than I thought he was necessarily gonna. He might even go do 2 GFIs to market, and that wouldn't be terrible. Although, yeah, Lumi could maybe make the handoff play to KV Kane to run it in at that point.
Yeah, like, it doesn't do much, and I prefer to see him roll the dice for the block instead. And just hope for, like, an insanely lucky scatter where you catch the ball.
He's even setting up for a foul on good old Niller at this point if he wants. Sorry, Niller's not down yet. But, you know, he's got the orcs around him that if he goes down, there's a foul coming. He actually took the block with the wrestle guy.
Interesting. Maybe...
Does he want to use the thrower?
No, cannot really dodge for the ball with the thrower. Probably he just goes on the rookie gutter runner, KV Kane. After... Or just, like, blocks the Storm Vermin Blitz Vicious Healer.
Yeah, maybe. There's an entirely possibility there.
Like, if you do that, I would definitely have preferred to blitz him with the combo instead of just a Mighty Blow guy.
Absolutely.
Because, like, he's #1 threat right now.
Thing is, the Pommer had to kind of get down and pressure the ball, didn't he? So no one could apply quite as much pressure as he could.
Yeah. I still think that, like, even if you give... If it's worth to take the risk of losing one turn for attempting to score, just to get the ability to pile on an armor break on the best player on the opposing team.
Oh, true. I'd like to see. He hasn't actually blitzed with anyone.
No.
Oh, there we go. He's off. He's doing dodges. He's actually got to do another 3+ dodge and then 2 GFIs to hit this ball.
That's really weird.
He's got rerolls, so it's not the worst. You know, if he gets to the ball, this guy's got the best chance of bringing it down on his team because of the tackle, I think. Well,
yeah,
who was available.
Like...
But, well, he's a man on a mission.
And wrestle is pretty bad.
And he had a reroll at the end of it, so you got to reroll the dice to get the power. That orc thrower is trying to prove that orc throwers are the man.
Yeah, but, like, scoring is still so easy because he didn't break and the Meringue has Dauntless, so he can just...
But you don't understand. You just saw a hero play from an orc thrower who is widely regarded as being a terrible player, and you're being critical right now? Come on.
Well, he could have killed the rat. If he killed the rat, then, like, yeah, orc throwers are pretty good.
I feel like you want too much. That was a 2 3+ dodges, 2 going for it, and a punch on a Roger, and he took him down. I mean, come on, give the guy some credit.
Well, he has tackle, so does it really count as powering a Roger?
Today I learned Gerber is never happy, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, the Skaven are suddenly in quite a bad spot, though, because the ball is in a tackle zone.
Yeah, but Dauntless lets you, like...
Oh, and he's powered him as well.
Even a both down was enough.
Oh! Okay, now are you happy?
Gutter runners are pretty good, I have to say. Not sure about orc throwers.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. We shall allow this to be a thing. Is he actually not going to pick the ball up on Meringue? I suppose he probably couldn't.
Going to pick up on the rookie because Meringue would have needed the GFI or even 2.
And I kind of like this as well because KV Kane has spent quite a bit of time unleveled. So it's nice to see him actually grabbing a level out of it. Well, grabbing some experience towards a level. He needs to start thinking about the fact that rookie gut runners, not actually that good.
Yeah, they don't, like, KO throwers randomly.
They don't randomly KO throws, no. Oh, the thrower came back, at least.
It's going to show us the power of sure hands.
Yeah, and that lets us know that Pete does not have a bib.
It would have been nice if, like, we could have just seen it next to the rerolls and the apothecary.
Yeah, I kind of feel like they need to add a couple of UI elements still, but really Babes is the only one. Can we just talk about the fact that, like, that's three Orc turns that has been survived without a single Skaven player in the KO box or worse?
Well, I won't be the first person to say that AB7 is the best armor.
This is true. Or maybe AV9 is the worst. I mean, I think you can speak to that yourself from your playoff game.
We don't talk about that game.
Still too soon?
Like,
Always too soon.
Yeah. Games like that, you never talk about games like that. Unless you did it to someone else, then you have to talk about it.
Yeah, I know. I left a Wood Elf team with my Necro with 3 players on the pitch, if that helps. And he was calling me a coward because I didn't score and give him 3 turns to try and make a draw out of it. With it, because he had a War Dancer KO'd, and I was like, I'm not letting you get a War Dancer back. I don't have tackle.
Yeah, like, it's something that happens a lot in the champs ladder, where people just say that stalling is like BM, which, like, it's a good strategy. If you don't like it, don't do it. But
if you've got 3 Wood Elves left on the pitch, and there is 0 way you can get the ball off me, I'm just gonna wait till the end of the game and score, so I can win 2-1. I don't need to win 3-1. I just need to win.
Well, the thing you should do is pitch clear, but like scoring is nice as well.
Well, I was gonna stop fouling him until he called me a coward for not scoring, and then I went back to my regime of fouling him. Oh, we've got a kickoff return. I don't kind of like the way it freezes with the ball in the air rather than actually focusing the Orc, but the Orc can get right under that. Kickoff return's actually pretty good on slow teams like Orcs.
Yeah, but like...
And a quick snap.
The thing is that even when it works, like sometimes you get a high kick and just think you are really silly for paying 20k for something you would have gotten free.
Yeah, but at the same time, then you know the one team where you don't take it is the team that Skaven player kicks short, then gets a blitz and gets 5 gut runners under the ball. Because the key part of it is you get to kick off return before the kickoff action.
Yeah, but like if Skaven gets a blitz and kicks short, like you don't position the Orc thrower to counter blitzes, and even if you do, you cannot really stop Skaven. It's Skaven.
Oh. Well, that's one way you can stop a Skaven. He's now in the KO box. That guy, Hamstash, is pretty stopped right now.
Oh, bullshit.
Pro failure as well.
Fails.
Pro has failed a lot for Pete, I feel. But I like that he pushed him onto the rookie Black Orc. That's pretty good. Because that's an extra
pretty nice. It's pretty nice to get quick snap because you can do stuff like that and chain pushes chain blocks more easily.
Yeah, because, you know, normally a push would have kind of hurt him a little bit there, but he's fine with it. He doesn't care. And he goes, his Black Orc goes charging in the middle. Is he going to follow up? Just get all the marks down on the gut runners? No, probably not.
Yeah, like, you cannot protect him. Like, you can, like, put a lineman around it, but the lineman would just get a block. And then the Black Orc would get blocked, and, like, you're giving out 3 blocks. Why?
No, I know. But, you know, skulls happen. Lumi's seen it before.
Like, you don't even stop the gutter runner from running around if they want to when you do something like that. So you probably should avoid the risk because sometimes AV9 just explodes.
This is true. Well, you can speak from experience here.
Yeah.
Toss the odd dirty player foul at it and it just goes, no, I'm fine, thanks. I'm out of here. He's already starting the cage. He's probably going to bring the dirty player back because he's not knocked anyone down that's worth dirty playering, so... And there we go. Oh, he's doing a bit of a runaround. I have to say, Black Orcs are amazing character models. Oh, sorry. Ah, the Black Orc's down. Is he going to reroll? Probably not.
No way.
Both down,
Although-
you've got better armor.
The only reason I would accept a reroll is if you're really afraid of getting claw bombed on your killer.
Pete says he's going to reroll. Well, to be fair, he could get claw bomb, because if he went down, this
Like,
Nilla could have come
line
sweeping
rat.
around onto Von Miller, so yeah, probably. That probably was a protection for Von Miller there, but I don't know. I don't like going down to 1 reroll with 4 turns left. That could be a point of pain for Pete here.
I can understand like the fear, but if you are so afraid, I would have probably just left wouldn't have taken the block.
I think he wants to because he wants to try and develop Talib, and he's hoping that AV7 will give him a few free hits.
Yeah, but like, I don't like taking risks in playoff games, especially when you didn't want it yet, just to level up players.
I know. I'm just providing every counterpoint, a counterpoint, you know. This poor alone is going to get hit because he's got a horrible dodge to get out of there, so he's probably just going to stand back up and get smacked in the teeth.
I would just leave him there forever.
And that's a push, and he's not going to follow, and strangely toothless Skaven so far, to be honest.
The orcs like didn't really punch hard either.
Yeah, but the orcs don't have Claw Mighty Blow.
Yeah, but like when you punch AV7 with Mighty Blow,
You have Claw Mighty
kinda the
Blow.
same.
I know.
like the orcs definitely got more blocks than the Skaven.
This is true. And then the Skaven are just going to shuffle around, make a bit of a screen, and relax. Wait for the punching to start again. You're right that he probably doesn't even stand up for Fitra the Lethal. I feel like he's overselling himself, that journeyman. He's a Skaven line rat. He's calling himself the Lethal. I mean,
maybe he's really good at fouling.
I kind of feel like if you recruited a line rat called the Lethal and he didn't kick someone off the pitch, you'd want a refund of your journeyman cost, right?
Like, I would like to see him, just because you mentioned that, killing like a random black orc on a double skulls from the black orc.
Would you hire him at that point?
Probably just because. Like, he earned that spot.
He ruined my naming scheme, but he earned it so hard.
Also, if he rolls doubles, you have to take Mighty Blow.
Oh yeah, totally. Here comes the dirty player. No one getting fouled and for this turn either, it seems. And off goes Talib, pretending to be important. Skaven doing pretty well to keep Von Miller III controlled here. I almost think he wants to block this down so he can pile on again. But is he going to? Because he's only really got Talib protecting him. Sorry. Yeah, he's only got Talib protecting him. Do you really want to pile on there? Oh, well, he's doing it.
I think he's like saying to Lumi right now that Lumi can foul the Blitzer, like Von Miller, but if he does that, he probably cannot stop the score. And I would like to believe.
I really like the idea of fouling Von Miller. I genuinely think taking him out for the rest of the game, if you fouled him and you got an injury that Pete didn't apple for, because the apple fails or whatever. I know there's a lot of situational things happening there, but even the chance of that happening could swing the entire game.
I think that Luminous is going to go for the more sensible line, trying to stop the score. But I can't see why some would like instantly go to the foul, especially if you had a dirty player.
Especially if you're me, is what you want to say there.
Well, like if you are someone like Gengar, you would have fouled before the turn even started.
You'd have been clicking the foul before you even got rolling. He's actually going in for this cage corner and gets another push on Vicious Nilla. He did take a while to warm up last time as well, but this is getting old, man.
The thing is, like, Von Miller, even with jump up, he's not going to be able to reach most of the important players.
Yeah, I know. But still, it's so nice. You know, sending a psychological message that you just killed a dude. Killed an important dude as well. You know, that's not
Yeah,
something
but
I hear.
sometimes you roll like double ones, get sent off and cry.
I know. But it's still often worth. He's going to actually take a punch on this rookie, on this developed Blackhawk with a rookie liner. This could give up a big hit for Lumi if this goes wrong.
Yeah, but he's not the lethal, so no way he's going to get an injury.
Oh, you may be surprised. Maybe he's seen the lethal and is like, hey man, hey.
Ooh, the powers.
See, he gets a POW. Now all he needs to do is break armor and kill a Blackhawk. No, he doesn't. But he's got more players basing. He might even stand up the lethal here and just he's got a lot of bodies in the area, and I quite like that. You know, he's really kind of thrown men at this Orc advance.
Yeah, like the Orcs didn't really get any injuries until now, so you can afford to take a bit of risk, give them the blocks, just to have a better position.
Yeah, because, you know, if the Orcs can't progress the ball, it's going to be, you know, really challenging for them to score. What's he going to do? Pass to the wrestle guy?
Like, the goal for Luminous is to finish this drive 1-up, because then he just needs to one turn after, like, Pete scores and he wins.
I would very much like to see Fitra the Lethal stand here. I feel like that needs to happen. Just to get additional marks on the... He might actually be going for a 2 dice with the kicker into Talib, because he is unskilled. Heck, even a 1 dice has got the same odds of success as a dodge, right?
Yeah, but I'm not sure about, like, moving a player next to him, because if you do roll, like, double scans, you're just giving even more blocks.
No, absolutely, but I think it's probably worth. Like I said, the success chance is as good as the dodge. Oh, the dodge outworked as well, so... Stand... I don't know why he's not standing this journeyman up. I think that needs to happen.
Ooh, a foul. Not very lethal.
Not the lethal. Still on volley 10. I don't know why he didn't stand the journey. The one, I think that's my biggest criticism so far, is standing this guy up needed... Maybe he doesn't want to set up a push play, I suppose.
Like, the main thing is he's next to a mighty blow guy that normally would just, like, do nothing. So you're just giving a free mighty blow hit. And yeah, you have a bench,
yeah,
but like, you don't have 17 players.
At the same time, you're forcing a dude with 1 reroll to roll dice, which is kind of your aim here anyway. You kind of want this guy to, you kind of want your opponent to be rolling dice when they've got 1 reroll and have to get through so many line rats to score.
Yeah, but like, you're more likely to end up losing a player than making him reroll, and then him failing something later that he would need to reroll.
I'm just presenting it as an option, is all.
You just want him to stand up so someone would double skulls against him and he will kill someone.
Exactly! He can't live up to his namesake if the Orcs aren't allowed to punch him. Now you're getting me, Gerber. Oh, that's a power on Bivoti with a mighty blow. Oh. Oh, he's killed. He's fine. He's fine. He's had worse.
Like, it might actually matter because Luminous would like to be able to bench the 1-turner if he manages to stop the Orcs from scoring.
The inducements were a single journey rat, says. This guy, Fitra the Lethal, who has proved to be significantly non-lethal.
Well, like, we didn't see him in action yet.
This is true. But I doubt we will. I'm just saying, he's called the Lethal. He's not been particularly lethal. I really like this. He's using his Black Orcs and his guard to just deny Nilla hits all over the place. You know, he's basically telling Nilla that if you want a hit, you've got to dodge out. And, you know, with 3+ dodges, you probably don't want to dodge out.
Yeah, like this is where you really want to have a gutter runner with guard. Because if you had one, you could have just easily blocked the wolf, and after blocking wolf, you have the Comer on the board.
This is true. Although, to be fair, he can still move an assist in and get a 1 dice. That's not brilliant, but that still opens up a shot at the ball. So, not all that terrible either.
Yeah, like Pete is taking a bit of risk, but he understands that like the thrower is so slow that if he doesn't move him, he will never score.
No, this is true, but I actually think Luminous could take advantage of this. You know, one good roll on Nilla without 1 dice, and he's got an opening on the ball, and that's problematic for Pete.
Yeah, like it's not going to be the best go in, but like he does have an Agi5.
Well, the
Agi5,
yeah, the strip ball, he can get in there pretty much.
Yeah, like if he gets a 1 dice on the ball even, that's 50% to knock him down, and if the ball is going down, the Orcs might not score, which would give Luminous the upper hand, especially with the 1-turner waiting on the bench.
No, that would put Luminous in exactly the spot he wants to be in, really. Although he has got options to make it harder, I suppose. Has Pete. Dirty player proving that he's not very good at punching, but you know, he's still pretty good at fouling. Well, we haven't seen it yet. Now this, he hasn't got guard, so Lumi, that doesn't actually make the block any harder. To be fair.
Well, it means that like if you're going to fail something early on, I'm going to kill your killer with my killer.
This is true, and I mean he does. The one thing it has made more difficult is Choco Chipmunk dodging out to assist on Wolf. Actually, he's opened up a 2 dice on Wolf. If he's
I really dislike moving the wrestle there because, like, it's pretty easy to get the 2 dice and then a 1 dice with the wrestle, with like the wrestle gutter runner. Which
yeah, this is
like a 50-50. That's pretty good.
This feels pretty not silly, but incorrect would be the word I'd be looking for. I mean, the one thing that he's got going for him is that Lumi needs to do a 3+ dodge to get the extra assist in there.
Well,
because
he can just do 2 GFI with the kicker he just moved, which would also be enough.
That's true, and that's probably a better chance. So
Slightly better, but if you fail it, it is more painful.
Yeah, if you failed that, you'd be in a world of hurt.
Like, you can even try a 1 dice with your Strength 4 Storm Vermin to free align that up, which is not a bad play. You can even stand up the lethal.
But if you roll a skull, there's not a lot you can do.
Yeah. But now there is a very simple 2 dice that will lead into a very simple 1 dice on the
Assuming
board.
he gets a knockdown, but yeah, you're absolutely correct.
Like, even if he doesn't get a knockdown, I would try the 2 dice. Just
he
because
needs to stand Crown Vision up before he does anything, of course, to deny the assist from Von Miller, because he'll be bringing... Oh, no, what's he doing?
He's not going for the... Maybe he's going for a more defensive play.
I... kind of Oh, maybe... What? No?
He wants to, like, move now diagonally to assist against Wolf.
I don't think I like this at all.
The thing is, his goal is not to kill the ball carrier, it's just not let him advance, because he needs to advance 3 squares just to be in scoring range. And if you can stop that, you win.
Yeah, this is where Choco dodges out, marks Wolf, and then he takes the 2 dice. And that, at least, if he follows up, allows him to mark the ball with Nilla.
Yeah, and then you need to blitz the killer, which is a good blitz, but then the ball carrier is stuck.
He just
not
keeps
getting a power.
Rolling pushes.
Yeah, like if that was a power, I would have said that Pete probably doesn't score, but not rolling a powder is so bad for Luminous.
Luminous's dice have certainly been... I mean, let's face it, Pete's Mighty Blow is not firing, but at the same time, Lumi's blocks have been terrible.
I would like to see the last line rat dodge like next to the action, just to be around and make it a bit tougher.
Yeah, chuck some more
But
bodies into the grinder.
like the good thing Luminous have for him right now is that the orcs can never go for a sideline cage, and like because of that, it's going to be very difficult to protect yourself right now when advancing, and you don't have the time to just like pass the turn after clearing everyone from the ball and get some scoring threats.
He still has an option, though. He does have an option, because if he stands Hillman up, he can 2-dice with Wolf into Profitable, kind of push him inwards. And then he can blitz Nilla off, and if he gets if he follows up with that, and then he can blitz his Nilla with someone like Waaagh, shoves him in, and then can follow up himself. It's not a terrible scenario. That gives him some movement down the pitch.
If you get a push against the line rat, you pretty much cannot score at all, because you still have to blitz the Storm Vermin because he's on the ball.
No, that's true. But I mean,
that's your path.
That's kind of his. I think that's kind of his option here, though. Unless he punches through and tries to do a switch, but orcs are famously not great at switching sides.
Yeah, especially
through this many rats. He actually blitzes with Hillman. So that gives him an option, even with a push now with Wolf. That gives him an option to progress up the sideline. Not a great option, but it's not the worst.
The thing is, like, the thrower cannot like go far enough to not be on the sideline, really. And if you end on the sideline, there is a very happy Agi5 gutter runner to punish that play.
Yeah, with Dauntless as well, run into the cage and just go push and throw him into the crowd. And if you don't make that sound effect, you're doing it wrong, of course.
Like, you don't even have the manpower to create a good sideline defense. Ooh, wow.
Or you just dodge. Because why block?
That really confuses me, because why not just block the Storm Vermin? Is he going to dodge again? I'm really confused.
Yeah,
that probably was.
Nilla's KO'd. The ordering is nuts to me, and the fact that he got away with it is a little bit dubious. I don't know, man. I don't know.
He can protect from himself now, but he is forced to do at least one GFI. And there will be an option for red dice to push him, even to push the thrower one more square back, which is going to be pretty good, because a push means you need 2 GFIs, and a knockdown means you probably don't score.
Yeah, he can do things. He's got options, depending on how many Skaven he's got left standing after all these blocks. But there are options. He's actually got a 1 dice there as well. And he does get sprinkled Halverdon. Does he foul? Probably not. Maybe. I think I might. Take a shot. You've got a bench of another foul, so
you still have half of the match left, and overtime is really likely, because there is a 1 turn around and you cannot really stop it. So, I can understand the foul, but it's risky, especially because there will still be a Claw Mighty Blow if he wakes up.
Well, if he wakes up.
Ooh, that's literally the worst option, because the Storm Vermin doesn't really matter.
Well, that was the first kind of bright point for Lumi, I suppose. But yeah, Storm Vermins don't get guard, because Storm Vermins don't mark people. Storm Vermins kill people. So, if your Storm Vermin's usually based, it's probably bad for you, unless they're not going to do to his to the ground. Answering a question in chat there about why Skaven teams don't really get guard.
Like, usually you take guard on line rats that roll doubles and sometimes on gutter runners. Because movement 9 guard is pretty mad.
See, I think that's... Oh, hello.
That's nice. Cool.
Just a stun. But that was a big risk. You know, everything Louis does is a risk without a reroll. It's gonna be really hard for him to get a shot on ball here. He has got 2 heads and plus strength, so he could do it.
Like,
but it's always gonna be an uphill.
Yeah, but like the play I see is move the strength 3 gutter runner onto the frenzy blitzer, and then just like dodging with the Agi5. It's going to be 4+ into 2 red dice, but you have wrestle, so 25% to get the knockdown, and like 70%.
Or just 3 red dice, because why not? I don't know why that helps.
I'm also kind of confused. Like, the 2 red dice on the thrower, a push would have still been pretty good because it forces another DFI.
I actually think that might be my first time ever playing Blood Bowl that I've seen a 3 red dice.
Like, you see it against the Death Rollers a lot. Especially when you are playing, like, Halfling.
You know what? Credit to Lumi. It brought him down, but I just think it might have been the wrong player.
Like, I just think that, like, dodging...
that would have been it would still have been a 2 red dice, because Dauntless did fail. But
yeah, but like that, like, double both down or even a both down and a push is pretty good, because you're forcing another...
Oh, hang on, yeah. Papa Nasty makes a great point. If he had got a push, and if Pete had taken the push rather than the both down, he'd have actually had a surf on the ball carrier. He's in, and it's a 2 red dice push back.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's forcing a GFI, and you have a pesky sidestepper on the way.
Yeah, he's probably not going to follow, because it's very, very easy to close off his ways out.
Yeah, you just stay there and try to be the most annoying you can without being surfable. Like, I can see why the push play can force a surf, but it's very unlikely. Because it is a
It could have happened. I mean, I don't hate it when I saw it. I think Lumi clearly saw it and we didn't. I didn't, but yeah, there's a lot of risk.
Like, the chance for a skull and just forcing 1 GFI for a score was so big for me that I would just, like...
Here's the thing, Papa Nasty. Pete was never going to take the push. There's no way in the world he'd ever take that. You'd be mental to take that.
Like,
I like this kicker to come around the back, up the top, and there we go. That's a really hard ask for this guy to get through now. Not impossible, but hard.
Especially when he, like, cannot go to the side. He has to advance forward every single square with the ball because he is exactly at the scoring range.
Yeah, he could go diagonals if Pete gets an amazing push chain, but yeah, I don't know.
Like, it's a pretty solid position for Luminos. I would have probably also maybe woke up the lethal just because.
Because you want to see him kill a Blackhawk, man.
Yeah. I really do. But, like, Pete is going to need some dice to pull off a score, and it's pretty good for Luminos. Like, even going 1-1, like, at halftime is not really bad because you still have the one-turner, but you would prefer to be 1-up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's entirely possible there's gonna be a hold my beer moment coming up for this thrower.
An important thing for, like, Luminos right now is getting good KO rolls, because if he gets bad KO rolls, he might have to force, like, he might have to fill the one-turner. And he's going to be target number 1 for Pete because, like, he's the only guy that can actually one-turn, and if he does...
Well, he can. No, he's not the only guy, but he's the only guy that can one-turn without a team. The rest of the one-turns require a team.
Well, as long as Pete has two stand firms, he's the only one that can really one turn without some mad dodges.
Yeah, but if anyone can pull mad dodges, it's probably Skaven.
Yeah, but like even with two head, like
Actually,
dodging
to be
6 tackle
fair,
zone.
let's not think too heavily of the stand firm, given that Vicious Nilla does have Juggernaut.
Yeah, but you can get one block with Juggernaut, and that's it. And that's it only on a blitz. So unless you have someone that needs only one push to one turn, which you don't, you still don't score. And you also need to use your blitz.
Except for the bug where you can Juggernaut without Juggernaut.
The funny thing about that bug is that it doesn't occur on stand firm. It only occurs on wrestle.
I actually thought it applied to everything. I didn't realize
it. So weird. I never really understood why. But stand firm is fine. Wrestle isn't.
Okay, that's a good start. That clears one rat. Not really that relevant of a rat, but you know.
The thing is, the sidestepper is so scary. Like
he has
onto the ball.
He has got a tackle play though. So
that's still a 50-50 pretty much.
He's
and
taking
if you lose
and gets a push, I kind of feel he probably has to re-roll this.
Question is, I like sidestepping like directly to the left from pitch perspective. Because you at least force a dodge, which is like
here's the thing: he had to move up, right? So now he's got to punch Pacha with Waaagh, who will follow up. So he needs a push actually, because otherwise he's blocking the route. He either has to take this player off the pitch or get a push. He can't hit the sidestepper, really. Yeah, sorry.
Like, you can do some chain pushing, maybe, to try and make it a bit better, and you still have your blitz. But, yeah, you need a power.
There we go.
You don't have the power.
Well, he got kind of what he needed, because now he can follow through. Oh, injures Pakacha. So that certainly is a thing. He's down to going for it now.
Pete made a huge misplay because he needed a GFI to move after the blitz.
No, I think he now hits Choco Chipmunk. And
yeah, but taking the risk of a GFI is pretty big.
And he's just doing the dodge. He didn't do the front. No.
You don't take the hit on the.
Yeah, he got the dodge. He fails going for it.
And an armor break.
And he's KO'd himself a second time. Anderson is off the pitch for the second time this game. Luminous has got to be happy at this point.
Yeah. Like, the block on the other line rat didn't really matter, and you're not going to block the sidestepper without tackle, because the push means you physically cannot score.
This is very true. It was actually a very good point, because he just sidestepped on top of the ball. Actually with Frenzy, he could potentially have made it harder. Hawk throws. Welcome, Ducky.
Actually, on that, if he did the block, anything but a removal would have meant the Orcs cannot score.
Turns out the dodge and then and the Hawk throw stays out for his drive. Now that is huge for the Rats. Two guys come back, including the throw. Only a line rat out. This is fair. This is a really, really good situation if you're Luminous. You've got a full team, and Pete doesn't. Pete's at 10 men. He doesn't have the throw, so there's 0 sure hands on the field, and Lumi has a strip baller. So this is
Pete did manage to pull the one-turner onto the field, but because of that foul that got sent off, he's going to feel the pain of being down man against Skaven.
Yeah, and like I say, he does have this wonderful ball hawk.
Well, like, the thing is that Lumi can, Pete can easily force red dice at least from the ball hawk. because he does have a lot of guard running around. It's going to be very difficult to actually win from now, and for Pete at least, unless he manages to kill some gutter runners, which he didn't yet.
Yeah, Ducky, I see you're playing High Elves, dude. That's an interesting choice.
Did you run out of good races to play?
Maybe it's just like the next challenge. It's like, I've won with Brett, can I win with High Elves, you know?
Yeah, but like high elves technically are better than Brett. Like at high TV play at least.
Yeah, but they're not a good team, dude. Let's be super honest.
Like they just feel like a bad version of all the other elf teams, especially when you like look at pro elves.
I'm interested to see what happens, is all I'm saying. The best hats. Nothing wrong with High Elves apart from losing a player. If you lose a player on High Elves, it's tragic. See, that's... The high kick is really good for Pete, because it saves him a turn, especially because he's... I was going to say he's probably going to catch with that G4, but then he didn't. But, you know, he still... That saves him a turn, almost, because he doesn't have to move to the ball before he picks it up. Assuming he picks it up.
Yeah, it's like you have kick of return without having kick of return.
He's actually gunning straight for Luminous's killer here.
Like, right now he needs something to get an edge, because like he's down man, he's not getting knockdowns on the LOS really, and like he's facing a one-turner and a street ball without sure hand.
This is actually probably quite terrifying position for Pete to be in right
now. Like, it could have gone better, but I believe he can still pull it off. Especially if he gets a good blitz on the killer.
If he gets a good blitz on the killer, let's see what happens before we speak to... No, he gets pushes. Pro fails again.
Like, both of these killers really suck.
Yeah, but neither of these killers... I mean, you can't feel gypped that your killer's not firing when the opposing killer is also not firing. That makes you feel a little bit better.
Well, like, you would have still liked for your killer to work.
No, absolutely. But I mean, in a scenario where he's not working, at least the opposition's isn't working either. No, Notorious Noob is Notorious Noob, dude. What are you talking about? My stairs, stop being confusing. I love that. He assumes he means Season 6 of the Rebel as opposed to Season 6 of Champs Ladder. Pickle because no coach in the right mind would try to compete for them with me if I first get a record going. No, our prizes are not better. We don't give away 500 euros. Our prize this season is really
cool. A really cool huge Jackman.
To be fair, yeah, I suppose when you look at it, any euro is a euro, right? Whereas our trophy is something to be proud of. But at the same time. How is he going about this, do we think?
I think Luminous is like... I would expect him to be pretty defensive.
Yeah, he's just trying to pick off blitzes. Oh my god, there's another push.
At least he has Juggernaut.
Yeah, because he can shove him back.
And now he's stuck on the killer. But, like...
Yeah, but he can throw an extra body or two at the killer and make it hard for the killer to get a block, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, there is, like... no one with guard really around.
I think the killer will probably be happy aiming for a reroll, to be honest.
Like,
your
plan is just wait. Like, if you wait, you win because you just one turn, pretty much always. Like, yeah, if you are going to get a good chance at the ball, you will take it, but you just play safe, make sure that the one turner is alive, you have a couple of rats as well to hand off to him, and you just wait.
Yeah, you keep Navolian as far away from trouble as Navolian can get at this point. Just play down a rat, it's fine. You'd actually be playing on even numbers. He actually can 2-dice with the kicker into the killer, which I didn't see before. And that's going to make it even harder for him to get a hit.
But he can now really easily hit the rookie gutter runner, which is not a bad target.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you say really easy, but it's not really easy. It's just...
Well, like, you move the dirty player next to the kicker lineman, block the kicker lineman with the frenzy guy, and then block the gutter runner.
That's true. Bang. Another hit. Survived.
Iron rats.
Jesus, these rats are made of steel.
Even the lethal is made out of steel.
Well, he's lethal, man. I love that the Black Orcs have got this really steady progression of just punching down rats and stepping up the field a little bit every time.
It's the Black Orc life. You move up the pitch one square at a time.
He's got to be careful though, because if he leaves a gap, we could see Lumi shooting that gap. He's got a bit of an exposed flank here, and with this Agi 5 dude, he's got ways and means of getting through there. There we go. Close the gap.
And you also have like guards at the corner, so it will be a 2 dice.
There's a point though where it's worth it, I think.
Like, I think that if Lumi was like equal, if Pete managed to pull off the score there, I would have probably liked Lumi to just continuously dive. But right now, Pete needs to do some mad plays just to get it to overtime.
No, agreed. It's certainly looking in the favor of Lumi right now.
I like taking.
Wait, was he shooting for Navolian?
Yeah, I like targeting him, but not getting a foul sucks.
Is he gonna pile on? Yeah, he's piling on.
Like, you need the damage right now with Pete. But
not just that, but at least if he stood up, he can't be killed by the killer, right?
Yeah,
if he's piled on, he can't get Claw Mighty Blood. Whereas, unfortunately, Waaagh probably gonna get Claw Mighty Blood. And that still leaves Halva with the Blitz onto this rookie Black Orc. So there's a couple of big hits that Lumi can actually take on his turn that may scratch up the Orcs a little bit. Oh, that's a big hit. That's Pow. Welcome to Pow Town, population where? Oh, hello.
That is just a stun.
Yeah, but I think he probably piles on. Oh, where's KO'd? Because then all he's got to do is stand up Candide, what's-his-face? Candide Pekin.
Yeah.
And he's got the throw there as well. So, you know, that's pretty safe.
Like, Pete is not going to foul when he's 2 men down on pitch.
Are you sure? No, I know,
like,
I know. He would if it was Navolian. Let's be truly honest.
Yeah. But like, even then, like, if you don't score this...
Wait, could we potentially be seeing Lumi fall? Oh, he's blitzing. What's he doing? We could potentially be seeing a Lumi fall here.
I wouldn't hate that, but it is some risk.
Against Von Miller, with only a kick, I don't think it's that big of a risk. To be frank here, I don't think this is...
It does make the touchdown for Pete easier, and like
Dodge doing a
it
thing.
means you are going all in on the one turn, and if you don't break armor,
holy moly, we're seeing the god of fouls, right? This is a big daddy foul coming in.
Yep.
That's a stun. That's another turn. He can either be fouled or get off the... There's a lot of icons in that one place right now on the screen.
Like, it was a really likely foul to break armor, but if you don't break armor, you pretty much get your one-turner, like, jump up by the killer, and you might even just lose the game for doing that.
Yeah, but I think the risk was... Maybe not bringing in the one-turner would have been nicer. I think maybe keeping the one-turner out, but it was a pretty likely foul. Let's be super honest. Oh.
Yeah, but like just the stun is not very good.
The Blackhawk backhand finally doing something. Not much, but something.
Like another thing to consider is that now Pete has a pretty nice, easy route for scoring himself. So, like.
Yeah, but let's be super honest. Lumi not that fussed about that. To be.
You would prefer for the orcs not to score because you do roll snakes sometimes on 3 GFIs, and you also need to catch and pick up the ball. So it's like 5 2+. It's not very difficult, but it happens. And if you can avoid it, why not?
No, true. But I mean, if Pete scores too fast, Lumi can just casually saunter in as opposed to making the big ball play. I don't know. I just don't think he's in a terrible situation right now, Loomis.
Like, he is in a good position, but I would prefer to go safe and make sure that there is no real chance that you lose this game. Because right now he's pretty much winning, and he's just doing stuff that might lose him the game. Even if it's really fun to kill a killer.
It is really fun. Let's be super honest. Are we going to see another big man foul? Because we can even get Nilla to punch the lineman out of the way to cancel the assist. Oh no, he's actually going to do a lesser. He might do a foul, but he's definitely marking. Is he going to go for a dive in here?
It is going to be a one dice because
there's no guard in the right place. I like this. This could be the big balls player right now. The actual big balls player. I don't think they're going to try and get in. They're just going to try and punch their way in. There we go. Sprinkled Halva taking down Talib. No damage again. Sprinkled Halva's claw is pretty blunt. But now he's got
no one was really punching this game at all.
Yeah, no one's punches are working right now. He actually has Choco Chipmunk, so as long as he stands Nilla up, he can actually 2-dice Thomas as well with Choco Chipmunk, and still has a decent sized foul. And I kind of think the real reason I want him to foul Von Miller off the pitch is just the jump up is actually quite useful. Jump up and tackle and pro in an overtime environment can work some magic that you don't see coming.
Yeah, but you just put one lineman or like 2 linemen on him and he's stuck.
Yeah, but if the opponent takes the time, eventually, he's gonna start running out. You're gonna start running out of linemen. Is the problem?
Yeah, but like if he focuses like players on the killer just to free him up and get blocks, he's not going to have an easy time scoring.
That's another stun, and that's not a send off. Von Miller spending a lot of time out of this drive.
He's better than my orcs at getting fouled.
That's very true. But yeah, Pete's actually 2 men down for this drive now. Even with Lumi protecting Navolian as he is, so therefore being almost down a man just because he's not going to use that man, he's in a really good spot.
I would have still liked to see Lumi go for more pressure just to stop the score because we have the man advantage.
I think he's trying to make the pressure come from having Halva on the ball, though. It's not a great deal of pressure because, you know, the Orcs can clear it, but things can go wrong.
Like, it's still going to be difficult for Pete to do anything. Like, even if he scores, right now he just loses after scoring.
Not terribly sure I like risking the blitz. Oh god, there's a double skull. So that's a reroll gone for Pete, which he had to throw. Oh, Halva's gone. Now that feels like a stroke of luck coming through at the right time. You know, that's Nuffleson. You've paid now. You can have some hits. Actually getting him out and off the pitch, because that was an unskilled. Well, that was just a wrestle lineman, so it was pretty much an unskilled hit. There was no mighty blow involved.
It's going to make scoring this half a lot easier.
Oh, absolutely.
But, like, once again, I would like to see the one turn fail, but it's not very likely.
And I like how he's bringing his guard guys back in to really secure this the ball now as well.
I think he's reading Lumi quite correctly when he doesn't go full defensive because he doesn't believe Lumi will actually dive the cage. Like, I think
well,
Lumi
the reason he doesn't believe that is because Lumi doesn't need to.
Yeah, well, it is going to secure the game, but I think Lumi is in a position he cares more about the next game.
Yeah, you're not going to risk.
Why we don't see a lot of pressure on the ball and stuff like that.
Yeah, after seeing the play come through there, the stop of the score on the first half from Pete's drive, I kind of think that takes a lot of pressure off Lumi. He's probably going to blitz this Blackhawk with Nilla here to try and bring out some of this guard, which I would like to see because the Blackhawks and the guard are really dictating what Lumi can and can't do this match.
You do need to invest a lot of rats on a single Black Orc. Like, yeah, it's nice to remove a Black Orc, but if you get like a push after putting 4 rats next to him, it just feels so bad.
Yeah, but you know he's okay. Gets a push, actually. Speaking of pushes, he's probably going to go back and just remark Von Miller because he has got this profitable that he freed up for the foul. I assume he's probably going to continue the foul train, either hoping that he can't keep stunning or if he does keep stunning, at least Von Miller takes no part in the game. I don't see a reason you don't foul with this unskilled rat.
Doesn't even stun.
Way to spoil a surprise, man.
I might be a bit ahead of you.
No, I'm always a tiny bit behind live, I think. I don't know, I think it's because of my streaming software as well. I always end up about 3 seconds behind. I think it depends if you play with animations on or off as well.
I usually let them play because like that's what you said to do.
No, absolutely.
I would like to see Pete, like, he can advance through the middle, but I would like to see him blitz the lethal just to get a tackler onto Napoleon for the chance of like a failed dodge.
Thing is, though, he can also blitz Candid Peekins out the way and then go mans against Nilla and jump up into Nilla with his Black Orc guard pillars, which is what it looks like he's opted to do.
Right, it's the safer play because you do get to advance forward with the ball and pretty much secure the score.
It also gives him another shot at not only getting Von Miller on his feet, since the armor didn't break, but it actually gives him a shot at punching Nilla in the face as well.
I wouldn't have hated like being a bit greedy and slower just for a chance to remove the one turner, because right now, even if you pull the score, it's going to be tough.
Oh, I don't disagree. I think it's a rough scenario whichever way you look at it. But I kind of think getting Von Miller back in play and stopping the fouls coming through is pretty big for Pete. Because it brings
This
his...
cage is really confusing.
It's just God. God everywhere. God, 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 God. God, 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 God,
Yeah, but like
God.
you have a side where you can get in without dodge.
Finally gets Von Miller on his feet and opts to jump back off his feet. Oh, hang on. That's a stun. The killers, this game. Let's
Like,
get...
I really like this cage because right now, Lumi can get an assist on the dirty player, push him, and do like 2 GFIs with Marang to go from around and like red dice the ball with strip ball. Because there is a corner pretty much open that you can reach without dodging.
It's always going to be a 2 red dice, but it's a shot, man.
Well, with like strip ball and wrestle, you have 30% to not get the ball down.
Oh, no, I'm absolutely saying I think you'd do it. I'm just saying I think it's time he does it, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm saying that Pete probably made a misplay leaving it so open. Like, you just move one rat, do one block, and you pretty much have a 2+ dodge, 2 GFIs for 2 red dice on the ball.
Yeah, to be fair, it's pretty good. And I think you do it. You're up a reroll at this point as Luminous. I think it's time to, as I said earlier, hold my beer, dude. I'm going in. Although on the flip side, it does mean that there's a fair amount of orcs that have a chance of catching. You know, most scatters are probably going to be good for the orcs.
Yeah, but like orcs usually don't catch a ball flying to them, especially if it's a black orc. But he goes for the awkward route. They don't like it.
It was a 4+ with a reroll, and he gets the push, which even if he stands firm, it's going to strip all.
Yeah, like I still would have preferred to instead doing a 4+ dodge, do just 2 GFIs, and that scatter is really bad for Lumi.
It's on the one side, it's really bad. On the other side, the ball's still on the floor.
Like it's better than double skulls on the block, but like you
Heck, it's
don't really
better than
have a way to put
no.
pressure.
He's not going to dodge onto it to try and pick it up, even with AG5. That's a suicide mission. But yeah, he gets out. He's done what he needed to do. He ran in, put the ball on the floor. It's a 2+ pickup, but it's also, you know, a 2+ pickup that Pete would have to potentially didn't have to do last turn. And he's proven that he can do it and that he's willing to do it. So I like that a lot.
I still think that going for around and taking 2 GFIs over a 4+ dodge is probably safer. Although, like, no scatter was really good unless like it scatters off Wolfie, the black orc, and then out next to your line rat.
Yeah, I mean, he could have also scattered from... Oh, God, hello. Oh. Shotgun Chipmunk is stunned. Nothing serious, though, so... Probably, I can almost hear Lumi's butthole pucker from here, to be fair.
Right now, Pete does have the chance to do a blitz on the one-turner, but he chooses not to. It would have required a couple of GFIs, but I would have probably taken it, just because it's Lumi's win
No, I'm not
condition right
saying.
now.
I'm not saying you have a thing about this one time, dude. But you have a thing about this one time.
He needs to die.
I know. I'm joking.
He's an abomination. He also has 2 heads, just to like make it worse.
I'm just saying. I know. I understand. I'm with you. I support your assertion that it's a monstrosity.
Another rat. Oh.
Oh, hello. Yeah, it's not a big deal though. If his KOs come back, he's still at 11 men. But it's nice to see Von Miller doing something, right?
I like it. He's getting a bit closer to legend.
Look, he's not going to make it before we bet. I feel like there's a foul in Vicious Nill's near future. Oh, he gets the 2 up as well. So, ball is re-orc caged.
Once again, a weird like position where you're kinda open for 2 red dice.
And as you said, Lumi has proven he'll do it. No, bit more closed up now.
Just a cube of orcs.
The vintage dwarven meat cube, this time with orcs. Orc flavored dwarven meat cube. I still think there's a foul coming for Nilla. There's a dirty player, and that's 3 assists.
Like,
so it's
the thing is, Lumi still has the go around, do 2 GFIs and leave the ball 2 red dice without any dodge.
stun into not sending off. The ref is being particularly free with the fouling this second half.
Yeah, but like he took down a player before the first half.
Sis, Weaver's taken next season off. However, he still has the rest of playoffs, right? Which way has he gone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He'd have to make it, surely. Did I just miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, he does.
He doesn't if he moves the 1 turner. He just needs 2 GFIs for a 2 red dice on the ball, which once again, like with 3 balls, is pretty good.
Oh, he could just do this and try and punch his way in.
And it's going to be a 1 dice now, which is even better.
Yeah, because the guard guy's down. And he comes in, yeah, if he comes in from this side, in we go. Hold his beer, boys, he's getting in. Dauntless passed. 1 dice push, that's fine. That's only 8 Kaz assists. Black Orc fails. Line Rat fails, not going to reroll. Point next to 1 Black Orc. Does the 1 turner just come in and steal this and get out of there? I kind of feel like yes. Because if he fails the pickup with a reroll, because you're going to commit a team reroll to this, yeah? That's a 3+ pickup with a reroll, 89% chance. Dodge out without tackle, and then just throw it down the pitch and win the game.
Yeah, but like, if you fail the pickup, you get blitzed by the killer, maybe lose your 1 turner and still get scored on. Like, you might lose if you fail the pickup.
You might, but I think you might win if you pass the pickup. And I kind of feel like Lumi's the kind of guy that doesn't want to leave anything to chance. And there's the failure, unfortunately. So that's a team reroll.
Oh.
And there's the success. He's out. I think he just chucks it.
It was like handing off to a liner. I would have just like...
Well, hang on. Kranvishan is gone. Kranvishan can actually score and level up.
I would have preferred to see just a short pass, like to no one, just to make it really far away from the orcs because it's a bit safer. But now it's pretty much game.
He is gonna belt Navolian. Navolian's about to take a kicking for that. For daring to touch the ball. He is about to get Von Millard.
This is beat out of the competition because no one can reach that lineup.
Von Miller is Navolian is paying the cost. KO'd. No, he's not.
Pile on anyway.
Pile anyway? I would. I absolutely would.
Oh.
He's still KO'd. Oh, Lumi's happy with that. Lumi is hugely happy with that. Moran gets KO'd. Lumi doesn't care. KO is super safe. KO is safe as houses, man.
Pete must be really upset with not getting any injury on important players.
Actually using a reroll to punch Bivotti there as well. I think he wanted to clear that so he could maybe foul Choco. Oh no, he's going to foul Nilla.
If the game is over, you just reroll because you want a chance for an injury.
It doesn't even break armor on Nilla. Lumi is loving life right now. He just runs down, gets near the end zone. Kramvision is going to level, which is exceptional. This is just incredible play by Luminous, to be honest.
Like, the dice did help. Like, no gutter runner got injured. Stormburn got injured.
Look, I'm not going to pretend the dice weren't incredibly friendly. Oh, he's running to the end zone. I don't know why he's doing that. I don't know why you do that.
Kill the GFI again. Ball goes out. Ah. Imagine the ball going out after a failed GFI
I'll be honest,
and going back to the eggs.
I know why he did that, to be honest. Because he really, really didn't want another turn of Nilla getting beaten on and fouled. And Choco Chipmunk was...
the apothecary, and there is like a 0.001 chance that the ball, like, you fail the GFI twice, the ball goes out, jumps to an Orc's hand, and like Navolion doesn't wake up on the KO.
No, absolutely. I mean, he could have got the snake eyes, and it could have been a problem. His Lumi's one turn is back on the pitch, so there's every chance of a rock. Lumi setting up at the back, allowing his lineman to take a kicking. Sorry, boys, that's what you paid for. Not going to have his kick available, so we're going to see a lot of hits coming in on the line.
Well, we are going to see a double skull on the lethal and him killing a black ball.
We better do. I mean, that's the only way that this could go worse for Pete, I think.
It would be really fun.
You've got to talk about how oh god, that
doesn't matter, but like, maybe a gutter runner will get punched because of this.
Yeah, he might get a hit on a gut runner that he didn't have before. Maybe.
Because now the gutter runners don't really have anywhere to run away. No.
This is G-Man done. That's a 3 dice. Onto the lethal. Has Pete been listening to us bigging up the lethal?
No!
Oh, he's gone. He is not going to kill anyone this time.
Poor the lethal.
Kicker survives. For now.
Well, like, even if Pete is out, we still have Sandon, who is pretty much playing a G-Man team.
Yeah, they were old G-Man. Old school G-Man to the core.
They grew up in G-Man. They're practically a G-Man team. They won for G-Man.
They are an honorary G-Man. Is he going to pass to Von Miller here to try and get some SPP on his wrestler? Maybe.
But he did a 6+ pass, but I don't see to where.
Probably the pitch. He was chucking it at the Skaven. Maybe he was trying to bait the Skaven into making a 2-turn attempt with chuck it to Navolian. So go on, 2-turn it, I dare you.
I would like to see that.
No, because all he'd be doing is baiting him into Lumi immediately ending turn, not even messing about.
Will we see another silly pass?
Well, there's no one that Pete can hit here because he didn't move it anywhere.
Foul.
Yeah, but at this point, why bother? You know, it's all game. You know, if he fouls now, that's just utter. You know, to try and kill the kicker, especially knowing that Lumi's got a leveled line rat. It's pretty much just utter spite. He could foul the leveled line rat, I suppose, out of extra spite, but
like, killing rats always feels good. So
I don't know.
Frustrated,
I think Pete would want to know what killing rats feels like at all, to be honest, because it hasn't been a good game for killing for him.
Look at that pass.
What a boss! What a catch, though. Do you get an SPP for a completed pass to an opposition player? I don't think you do.
I'm pretty sure you don't.
Hang on, where's the... Is he trying to get one more SPP on Choco? Is that what he was doing there? Oh, is he going to give it to the lineman? He's going to give it to the gut runner to get a SPP. Puts him at 4 out of 6. And GG. Lumi goes through.
Both killers get MVP, but
I'm
they
sorry,
really don't
why?
deserve it.
Why do both killers get MVP? Neither of them deserve that.
Like, you suck. Go away, killers.
Yeah, they didn't do a great deal, either Von Miller nor Vicious Nil. I mean, the SPP bears that out. Actually, Von Miller got 11 SPP that game.
He did injure like 3 line rats, but it was way too late to matter.
So, yeah, but technically looking at the SPP, he probably did deserve the MVP. Vicious Nil gets 5, Crown Vision gets 3, KV Kane gets 4, and we call it a day. No casualties at all from the GFI ruined my chances. It was ridiculous, dude. It was just it's your thrower, dude. Throwers knocking themselves out really hurt you, bro. But yeah, it was an enjoyable game. It was, I can only imagine, with 53 blocks succeeded. 19 armor breaks feels horrific for the Orcs.
Well, not really, because he doesn't have that much mighty blow.
He's
and
got
like
3.
remember that pushes are still blocks succeeded.
Yeah,
so
no, but when you're throwing that many blocks, nonetheless.
Like, the thing is, most of those injuries were at like the middle of the second half, where it was already too late.
Do we know what Lumi got? Let's have a quick look, see if we can find out what Lumi got for his Do we know what was rolled? No, he hasn't. I wonder if he's in chat yet.
Not
hard to play.
your level
There you go.
ups.
GG, well played. Hard to play against Immortal Rats.